Hi everyone, this is Nivedan from Coffee and Startups again. We're on another episode here. We've got Amrit today as our guest. He's an alumnus of IIT Madras and now a co-founder of CoreVoice.in that he started with his college buddy. His name is Amrit and they're running a growth consultancy and creative studio for startups. They've had a very interesting journey so far, and Amrit, I am very excited to dig into this journey on our podcast today. So I welcome you to Coffee and Startups episode number 2 actually.
I looked at the best photographers. I like to get top 10 में rank कर ही रहा है. Like not only that organically but also in terms of quality. I didn't care about anything else. And people are coming and looking at the pictures and deliver what you're promising. That picked up very quickly, very easily. And I'm like, now I'm going to take a break. I have a subject, go and shoot. That's all.
Wow.
That led to me this journey, which I realized, shit, storytelling is so hard. People have to trust you with what the stories, and then they can verify that to the table. I said, first thing I could do is, what is the shortest span of time in some video can be pulled off? This is 2012. This is not that content era where everybody was putting out content, frankly. Yeah. So I'm their product should have a story. You can have a product demo video, but can I do that for you? Eventually got into ads also because people said, you understand our thing better. And can we write scripts? Then he passed on his startup to somebody else, his other partners, and he himself started working in other startups to see what else is there out there, and mostly tech startups, and mostly in marketing roles. So in October, we're like, there is this feeling that we got.
So this is where the story of Core Voice begins.
Marketing is something which need not be internal for early stage startups, but to be honest, a bunch of these startups have enough pre-series A to at least afford us for a quarter. It depends. Some early stage startup when we are entering could be in different phases. Most startups would not have a very hard-on branding effort, but I'm saying B2B and B2C also some early stage startups have started thinking about brand right from day one, which is amazing. Not because we are bad at it. Sometimes startups can do it, but we haven't had the bandwidth to pull it off, right? We should push for that with some of the startups.
I think we've covered a lot about all the, what problems are you looking to solve for startups and what is your approach?
That's if you do these three things, you have a good story. That's why films don't work, or a presentation, or sometimes a stand-up comedian who knows a good story. The basic structure is a story. Those who don't know the story, then they fuck up everything. I do that. When I listen to my recording, I'm like, shit, I said this thing 3 times.
It's taken care of. What is one person or even any entity, organization, startup that you admire the most?
I have no.
Yeah. That's how it's different than I mean when people visit Goa, they're like, booze is cheap. But
for someone who's connected, I can take a flight to Bangalore and work tomorrow, right, and come back and hear.
Well, I wouldn't call it being stuck, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amrit, for coming up today.